I would like to know from the government, keeping the present economy, keeping the development for the next 10, 20 years, what is the scope or vision of yours as far as forest is concerned, yours, not NGOs, as far as yours is concerned vis-a-vis the development of the state?
Speaker, sir, the issue of private forests is not new. It's been going on since 1997 onwards and has been a cause of anxiety among the property owners. The approach of the present government is to finish the job at the earliest and bring in clarity as to which areas are private forests and which are not private forests.
When you don't have a criteria to decide on the private forest, where is the question of you coming and trying to identify private forest?
Because, sir, there is a criteria which we are following. However, we are aware that at the moment it is lying at the NGT. But, however, we have not stopped because of this. We are continuing mainly because we want to bring relief to the landowners because they've been too long kept in anxiety, wondering whether their land is going to be declared as private forest. So therefore, once and for all, we want to decide which areas are private forests and which are not. And for those areas that are declared as private forests, we have a very intensive management plan, which is at the moment being discussed. And this plan will be put in public domain for suggestions of the stakeholders. In fact, here is a copy of the draft, the management plan.
What happens to those survey plans which have been submitted to NGT? You all have already submitted a list of, especially Salvador de Moon. Your department has, in pursuance of a case filed by an NGO, you all have already submitted an affidavit saying that these are private forest. What is the base government has decided on this? You all don't have a policy in place, you all don't have a criteria in place.
Because, sir, I would like to tell the Honorable MLA that this is not with reference to the question.
The forest policy, 3% private forest, they are adding to it.
Nilesh Cabral.
Well, Minister already replied, Dillo Asa, so 67.67% is private forest. I just want to clarify whether this 67.67% of private forest is totally with the state government or there are some litigations wherein people are claiming that some part of the land is belonging to them. Clear question.
Speaker, sir, 67.67 is not private forest area.
You didn't get me. You have declared it as a forest area.
It is the total green cover.
Green cover. Whether this land, all the land belongs to the government of Goa, forest department, or there are private individuals also having this land?
Yes, definitely, because green cover includes forest cover, which belongs to the government, and tree cover. Now, tree cover could belong to the private landowners.
So that means this is the 67.67 is also part of the forest cover, what Mr. Rohan said. It is not. So there is additional 0.67.
Till date, private forests are being identified. They are not notified.
Speaker, sir, I'll just give clarification. Green cover is what is green. That means every tree, including tree in the assembly, will be treated as a green cover. So from Google or satellite mapping, you find out how much green cover is there. Green cover does not mean necessarily a forest. Green cover can be even mango plantation, which are non-forest. So it is forest, private forest, and other tree plantation, which is altogether indicates the total area mapped of the state through the satellite as green. That means there are trees.
Full prashna.
Not necessarily forest. Forest is only about 38. 38.
गोंयांत 2219 स्क्वेअर किलोमीटर फॉरेस्ट आहा तातूंतले बार्देजान फॉरेस्ट एरिया आहा काय कितें आसा जाल्यार कितली बार्देज बार्देजान फॉरेस्ट ना
2200 I think you are confusing between green cover and forest cover.
ना पण म्हाका बार्देजान फॉरेस्ट एरिया आहा काय ना ती जाणा
but green cover 2200 सांगता ते green cover.
म्हाका बार्देजान फॉरेस्ट एरिया आहा वो ना ती जाणा
1400.
Private forest area, Asot. And that is why we have been carrying out the process of identification.
Only private forest we have. in Bardez.
पुढला प्रश्न श्री विजय सरदेसाई.
Speaker sir, I may be permitted to ask starred LAQ number 2C.
Speaker, sir, answer as per the computer.
Speaker sir, this is a question which relates to the Morji Mandre area. In the last assembly session,
You may sit.
I had put a
Mister, you may sit down.
In the last assembly session, I had put a similar question, and I was answered that 26 hotels and resorts, especially in the Morji Mandre area of Penne Taluka, had violated CRZ regulations, whilst 27 hotels in the rest of Goa, in the rest of the 11 talukas of Goa, had committed CRZ violations. In other words, almost 50% of the CRZ violations are happening in the Morji Mandre area of Perne Taluka, therefore sort of an endemic zone for CRZ violations. Now, Speaker sir, my first supplementary. In this list of 26 hotels that you had given last time is a case of one Sunset Ashram. Now, this is pertaining to a construction of a pakka wall in a turtle nesting site in the Madane Morji belt, which is protected under the Wildlife Protection Act 1972. No development zone is allowed, no development activities are allowed. On Goa Statehood Day, this illegal Sunset Ashram was awarded the best new restaurant of the year at a tourism department partly sponsored Goa Food and Hospitality Awards. The tourism minister is on record to say that this was for food and not environment violations. Whilst the environment minister, I have read, said she was shocked and would raise the matter with authorities. My question, Speaker sir, is to ask the minister whether she raised the matter and what has happened since then.
Speaker, sir, the issue of Sunset Ashram is pending before the GCZMA. Inquiry will be carried out by the inquiry committee, which is headed by a retired civil judge, and action will be taken accordingly.
Speaker sir, this is a very typical answer which keeps coming with such questions. Now, my second question to you here is about a place called Blue Waves. It has recently been in the news as it is an investment of a person by name Mohammad Fasi, who has been arrested by the Economic Offences Wing of the Bombay Police in the multi-crore fixed deposit scam. Even CRZ officials have termed this as a mother of all CRZ violations, as it has a ground plus one structure with 21 concrete pillars and a marble flooring. But you will again say that this is with the NGT and it is pending. Speaker sir, the same person, this Mohammad Fasi, owns something called Our Shack. Ours is not mine, neither is it yours. But the name is Our Shack at Ozran Beach in Little Vagator. Now, is the minister aware of this, that he owns this? Because this did not feature in the list that you had submitted then, last time. It has no permission from the Anjuna Panchayat. It was served a demolition notice in October 2013. But it is strong as ever. Website I have gone in says it is an elaborate beach shack with bar, lounge area, restaurant, hillside lodges, sunbeds on the beach. All illegal. What is this, Speaker sir? You cannot give special status for Goa. Why this special status for these hotels in the Mandri Morji belt which are illegal? Can you please clarify?
Speaker, sir, with respect to Blue Wave Resort, Morji, I wish to inform the Honorable MLA that demolition order is issued by GCZMA, was issued by GCZMA on 15/11/2013. Later, appeal by Blue Wave before NGT, New Delhi, stating that the structure in question was constructed prior to 1991, and the hotel has certificates to sustain what they have said from the village panchayat of Morji, granting them permission for reconstruction of house number of the house on 30th September 1986. Now, The Honorable National Green Tribunal, New Delhi, has directed to maintain status quo and also directed the appellant, that is Blue Waves, to file relevant documents, plans, etc. At present, the matter is listed for final disposal, that is arguments on merits, on the 4th of August 2014 before the NGT, New Delhi.
Speaker, sir, my third supplementary. We have repeatedly asked these questions about CRZ violations. Repeatedly, we have been told about the NGT coming, giving a stay. Now, actual action doesn't seem to be happening. So my request to the Minister, Honorable Minister, is that she gives a very concrete assurance, time-bound assurance of action. Whether you can give it or not is another matter. Now, I would like the Minister, because my third question speaks about access to the beaches. I would like to be within the constraints of these three supplementaries. I would like to request you to instruct your officials, one, to have a survey of all the accesses to the beaches available for Goans. Because legal as well as illegal hotels are blocking accesses to beaches. You are aware of this. But you have got no survey. So please instruct somebody to check up how many beaches are open for Goans. And the Honorable Chief Minister has accepted once that there is a racket going on in the BDO's office in Perne, where they are manufacturing permissions. Now, nobody could have given a permission for the reconstruction of that Blue Waves with 21 pillars. It is shown as some tea stall, and a tea stall with 21 pillars, marble flooring, ground plus one. This is it. It has been shown on this week's Herald. It is a huge thing. It looks like a Taj Mahal, mini Taj Mahal on the beach. I don't understand this. Please take this seriously, and please talk about something about the access to beaches, whether you will be able to give this. Otherwise, this is nothing. We are talking about special status on one hand, and here we are giving special status to illegalities.
Speaker, sir, the role of the GCZMA in terms of the CRZ notification 2011 is limited to ascertain the legality of the entire structure in question. The GCZMA does not calculate areas left for passages or for recreation areas on the beaches, which essentially needs to be addressed by the local authorities and the tourism department.
Shri Nilesh Cabral.
Speaker, sir, Honorable member on question gata to bora asa. There is no doubt about it. But the question what pertains to CRZ only in Penne Taluka is a question mark whether there is only in Penne Taluka CRZ violations or there are CRZ violations throughout the coast of Goa. If so, why action is not being taken in total? Why is particular structures being taken into account? So I will ask the Honorable Minister whether there is a survey being done for all illegal structures throughout the coast of Goa where CRZ is concerned.
Speaker, sir, with reference to illegalities throughout the coastal belt, there is a separate LAQ asked, and the information is given accordingly.
It is given, but you can clarify what it is, because I have read it. It is there in the LAQ.
No, that is a specific question.
What Honorable MLA is asking, he is asking specific only in Penne Taluka. But I just want to ask, is a question specific? No, there is no doubt about it. I don't want to answer from you. But you just want assurance from you that CRZ violations throughout the coast will be taken care of.
Shri Michael Logan.
Speaker, sir, आता Honorable Minister an answer dila in view of the allegations that maybe these hotels are obstructing passages to the beaches. Speaker, sir, when GCZMA gives a permission, on that it is written 6 meter or 10 meter clear access shown on the approved plan should be left for the traditional inhabitants, that is the fishermen or people staying on the coast to go to the beach. These are being blocked all over Goa. This caution number C is a general cautions for Goan beaches, all over Goa. I want to know how many complaints have been received by GCZMA for blocking accesses to go to the beach.